is there an orc in this world who can stop this man from his DreamHack title, from his probably biggest solo title to date? He has won WGTL this year. That was a great accomplishment. It was a great team tournament that he won alongside Lin and won 2-0. But solo achievement is still what's lacking for LawLiet in the upper right. Same for FoCuS. Very early this year, his team, the Lao Pao Esports Club, has won the gold team tournament against the Rogue Warriors of TH, Infi, and Fly. But where are the solo achievements? One of them will crown his year. Who's gonna do it? It is a Blade Master this time.
Yeah, the cat seems to be out of the bag with the Farseer. Not gonna try it here this time. And LawLiet with the Keeper opening. LawLiet showed us a very, very strong creep route here. Very defensive. With the Ancient of War first at the Ogre camp here, then over to the green for the level 2, and then creeping the gold mine with pulling out the creeps and the entangle. I feel like this has to be punished. You cannot allow this to happen for free. Not only does the Night Elf get good items, 3 of them potentially, and level 3 easily, it's also the expansion being cleared up for a Tree of Life right on the spot. This you cannot allow, and FoCuS must play against it.
Yeah, and what you cannot allow is also 2 unscouted Chimera Roosts. This is not allowed to happen at all. LawLiet scouting here with the Wisp, getting the 21 supply trick. But creeping for FoCuS is good. Circlet is nice. Level 2, though, can't be prevented.
The early game movement absolutely crucial for the Blade Master. You want to get some experience, you want to get some items yourself, but you also need to make sure this Keeper doesn't get out of control. When we saw the game here earlier by LawLiet on this map, when he pushed into the Orc main hut, like how many grunts did he kill? Like 4 grunts or something? That absolutely cannot happen. And for that reason, I really like that the Blade Master is moving aggressively towards the enemy side of the map. He knows about this potential gold mine creep and is absolutely not going to allow that through.
Okay. Keeper is moving over. Blade Master is moving over. We see a little deviation by LawLiet in the early game as well. Very early Hunter Soul. Not reliant on only archers. And he's going hunts early on.
Interesting. This is looking like a lot more of what Moon showed us before.
Yes.
Blade Master got the level 2. Didn't even get the item. Only took out the High Priest with the Windwalk bug, preventing the inner fire. And here we see the AP coming, but the Blade Master's going to see it right away. He saw it, right? Yeah, he did. Okay. This is looking very good so far for FoCuS.
Exactly. Excellent scouting. He seems to be on top of his game in this very matchup. He knew, of course, seeing the bracket, that if he makes it past Infi, then Night Elves are very, very likely. And yeah, actually practicing with LawLiet, or at least getting some tips from LawLiet. Can he turn his own weapons against him? Is the question. Will LawLiet regret the tips that he gave to FoCuS? Because he is playing pretty much like Moon so far.
Really like the Peon Scouts. One at the green camp. This is something you don't want to allow your opponent to steal away from you. Might very well be level 3, and the Peon sees it right here. Another Peon in the north, looking for the Expo. It seems like this should be expensive in lumber, but the nice thing about this orc build with Grunt and Shaman is it's very low on lumber. However, for an expansion or tier 3 transition, it might become problematic. Blade Master around, wants to steal these last hits. And he got it, right? That's level 3 prevented for a little bit longer. FoCuS makes sure the level 2 entangle will take a long time to come online.
He also got the item. Got some FoCuS strength. Just picked up. That was nice. You say it. It's just 26 experience short. But again, the scout with the wolf. Last time it was a wolf. This time it's a peon. So he knows what's up. He should know about the tech as well.
A town is under siege.
So how to react? And it seems like, contrary to what Lin did, especially on Echo Isles, it's aggression.
Yeah, this is going to be a cancel. And I like the confidence here by FoCuS. Yeah, these grunts might be going down, one or two of them at least. But it's going to be a cancel of this Expo. But once again, LawLiet says, okay, you get this cancel, fine. But he can still creep up. I thought he was going to go for the Merchant. This could have been a great creep to take, but Perhaps he rather wants to look for these grunt kills.
Alright, it could be a little scary for FoCuS. Steph is up in 10 seconds, then he can get out of Entangle. And LawLiet just lets him creep the Ogre Magi. Interesting. He seems a little lost. Now with the Sentinel sees him, but it's too late.
Alright, level 2 Entangle. Show us how good you are. It's gonna be 1 kill at the very least. Shadow comes in, counter pressure with a speed scroll, threatening a hex kill. Goes for the Archer. Oh, but getting surrounded! Vanilla surround by LawLiet. Can he get him out of there? With the staff, it's not going to be good enough, I think. No, it's too much damage. And that is Grunt and Shadow dead. Getting the cancel was nice. But LawLiet punishes that attempt, that successful attempt, with a lot of kills.
And the Shadow Hunter is supposed to be the carry, especially against Hunters. Against Archers, yeah, it can be nice. With Hex and Heal Wave, good sustain and all. But you must have strong Serpent Wards. Otherwise, where's your damage? It's not coming from Grunt. Shaman with Lightning Shield are quite far away, so this is an absolute crucial kill for LawLiet.
That's level 2 Alchemist already. Tree of Life, ultra defensive in the main. It felt like with that hero kill especially, he could just creep up in the natural and then expand on the spot. But I guess he wants to creep more aggressively out on the map, which is also smart.
Okay, Tree of Life in the main, also second Engine of War in the main. And is this positioning? Oh, okay, we gotta fight. Oh no, the Shadow Hunter might be the tragic figure of this entire game. Second hero counter focus, and the heal spray keeps him alive. Shadow Hunter dead again. TP transferred. Clutch plays by LawLiet.
And the Wisp detonate as well before he staffs out, TP's out, drains more mana. Didn't dispel his own Sentinel, so he still got vision there. God
Excellent.
damn LawLiet showing up to play on map 1.
It's just excellent. FoCuS gotta be careful with his blade now. If this Grunt needs to switch the aggro somehow, not too easy. And LawLiet with a knife between his teeth. This looks like mass murder to me.
Smart Zeppelin though saves most of his units. One Shaman is gonna fall, or can you maybe save it?
Oh. Entangle prevents it. So the counter plays by LawLiet are really nice. Defensive tree, making sure this gets up. Also, second Engine of War, far in the base, next to the Tree of Ages. This is unkillable. And this should be a direct response to how FoCuS played against Moon.
It's gonna mean also that the Tree of Life at the expansion is gonna be a little more exposed without an Ancient of War in front protecting it. So that's something that perhaps LawLiet will need to be wary of as this game progresses. But so far the game, how it has gone, is great for LawLiet. Shadow Hunter experience 20. Yeah. That is one single archer divided between the two orc heroes. That is horribly bad. In the meantime, we have the Alk on level 3 already, and this just seems like the most natural time ever for LawLiet to go for a fight.
Yeah, he can just distract from the fact that the tree will take some time to walk over. Blade Master scouts the movement, but again, the wisps everywhere see the movement of the Blade Master, will be punished here. FoCuS can't do anything against it right now. Like what? He can't go for a long-range sapper play, maybe, but there is Nature's Blessing, so it's really expensive. He needs to power level the Shadow Hunter. Without a high-level Shadow Hunter, he has no chance.
Really like the AP here at the expansion, as there's no Ancient of War to protect this second base of his. A little bit of defense with the AP is nice. The shop is quite exposed over there, could definitely be killed in an attack, but it's also protected by the Ancient Protector. We'll see how well that pays off. As FoCuS continues to creep, wants to open up his natural, but if he tries to counter expand now, it just seems like it would be so late. Yeah.
He will lose quite HP here because he hexed the Wisp and can't go for Hex on the Null Overseer. So a little more damage right there. Ancient. Seems to be important for LawLiet. Invest in Entangle. Is the damage still good enough? Close! But last second. The Orc Gods are with FoCuS again.
Alright, so Clarity is a little bit longer, perhaps the staff. And LawLiet not taking any risks, being too greedy. He's going into upkeep right away. I guess the Wisps put him in upkeep. And now he's mining 14 gold per second, which is not too far ahead of FoCuS. We're still at 10 per second, being in no upkeep. But the army for the orc is still rather small, not even at 50 yet.
And still not level 3. FoCuS starts to find good items though. Pendant of Energy, really nice. Big Invul, really nice. And he is expanding, seeing that there is no chance at the moment. But is there a chance to even hold this?
Yeah, the Keeper's out of mana for LawLiet, but that's not the mana that matters so much. It's more important on the Alchemist, who's got almost full mana and also the Wand. One Huntress getting taken out here with a couple of purges. Heal Spray makes it difficult though, and the Wisps are in again. This kill on the Huntress was level 3 for the Shadow Hunter. Absolutely crucial. And now we have the level 2 Serpent Wards, but quite a few archers all ready to gun them down.
Yeah, there was a big investment on that Huntress. He really wanted that Huntress for the level 3. He knew, okay, if he pushes now, I can't really creep anything at the moment. So let's commit a bit of mana and HP to this Huntress kill to have the level 2 snakes ready. We have Wisp, as you say. We have a lot of archers. Can he snipe them now? They do connect, but there's still mana left.
Yeah, 2 of them connected, certainly draining quite a bit there. Another Shaman is almost dead. LawLiet could commit to this Great Hall, I think, and TP out if he needs. But he's still sizing up this army, considering if he wants to put a straight up fight or go for the cancel only. Blade Master taking a lot of damage, but he has the invul for that. But no heal self. Didn't have heal cells anymore now to have running. Nice Hex against the heal spray. Alchemist certainly in a bit of trouble over here. If he can force the TP and keep the expansion alive, this would be great for FoCuS. Alchemist is blocked in and has to TP out. 1 or 2 grunts will be going down. Okay, in the end it will actually be 3, but the expansion comes up, and that is finally a silver lining for FoCuS.
Okay, 2/3 done. This does need some time though. And LawLiet is mining from 2 bases, muscling up, ready for the 70 supply, ready for more upgrades. Second attack upgrade queued. And what can FoCuS do? He needs more grunts, he needs a big blocker line. The 2 towers were a key to success against Moon, I feel. I think he can not afford them here.
Also a really great Lord of the Rings movie, in my opinion. These sentries now getting taken out.
Not missing a chance on Lord of the Rings, right?
2 towers, dude. Beautiful. That Siege of Helm's Deep. We're gonna have another siege here, this time of the expansion, which is finished. LawLiet, I think he was considering going for the red camp, but with having been scouted, he thinks otherwise. TP again. He plays it safe. Doesn't want to get punished too hard by the Hex Purge hero FoCuS.
FoCuS is out of position. He was flirting with the Ogre Lord. He's far away. There's a lot of free damage. There's no fortification. There's no tower. And there is, of course, Wisps.
If you can take out these peons, all of them, and then TP out, this might not even be too bad. Nice Shadow Melt as well. Oh, the heal spray on the Wisps! Suddenly they're all full health again. Could connect. Try to at least against the Shaman once again. At the moment, they're all clumped up. Huntress in the front. The invisible Shadow Melt wall once again to protect the archers. Brilliant! In parts here at least, some hunts are still fighting, and this time the Wisps connect. We have maybe 4 purges left. That's gonna be it. But LawLiet is also backed into a corner.
He can TP out, of course. How long can he stay in here? Nutrients being purged. Blade Master crits the Snake Pit. Little bit on, like, doesn't reach too much. A little too defensive, maybe. Heavy lifting from the Blade Master. The grunts will be all gone in the second. The heal spray. There's so much mana still left. Huntress doesn't... They don't do anything anymore. But the archers do the damage. When is it time to eject out of that position? Now.
Alchemist had 1 more heal spray, but thinks he rather leaves before. Again, the Hex would have been scary. There was 1 left. And I really like how LawLiet is playing around these hero kill possibilities. Making sure he doesn't fall to any unnecessary nonsense like that. Still with a big army here is LawLiet. Could go for the red camp now and expand there. He may not be able to win a fight, or at least kill his opponent on his side of the map. But I think establishing a 3rd base at the red camp should be pretty easy for LawLiet, but he just wants to keep on going.
Yeah, maybe he can take it and just plant an AP to fortify it to prevent the sneaky orc expansion, and then move over with the Tree of Eternity. It might be more cost efficient down the road. If you take a look at the production in our overlay, there's always a Wisp. I thought for a second it's a bug, but no. The Wisp production is never ending.
And this position now is much better for a Wisp flank. Far down in the south, it's hard to get that perfectly, but if we're out in the open here, that's absolutely doable.
And they were
LawLiet
ready.
has 7 right now.
They were ready in the trees. But seems like FoCuS is expecting this. Lin got backstabbed hard by the Wisps. And LawLiet's flirting with the idea. He's pulling them, then sends them back. He already has the second round ready. This next level.
Oh, they're coming in, and the Shaman aren't looking. Of course, the camera isn't in the back of the army, it's in the front of the army. And this time, he gets the jackpot connection. He is completely dry, out of mana. And from this point on, this should be an easy fight for LawLiet.
I agree. This Blade Master is about to fall as well. There's an invul and a heal scroll, but that's gone now. So it's pretty much 10 seconds. Even the Wisp, man, they block a little more. The Shadow Hunter is completely out of mana. This Panda didn't help him much. LawLiet takes map number 1 and FoCuS loses his first map in the playoffs.
And it was a pretty competitive one, actually. Even though LawLiet takes the win and looked very solid, FoCuS, he was in this. He was making some good moves as well. And he was, I guess, up until those Wisps started connecting too big time. I thought he was doing okay in the game. Obviously, he was behind, but put up a pretty decent fight. I think a few adjustments, if he's able to do slightly better. It's very tricky to pick the right spells to skill on your Shadowhunter, I find, right? Because if you go Hex and Serpent Ward, then you don't have Healing Wave, and it really feels like you're missing that. But if you go Healing Wave and Serpent Ward, then you're missing Hex to try and cancel out some of those healing sprays from the Alchemists. So it kind of feels like you need all 3 spells.
Just get level 7.
Yeah. Get level 10.
It was a pretty good game for FoCuS, especially in the early. Making sure the Keeper didn't get level 2. He even got the expansion cancelled, but how smart by LawLiet was it to realize that those grunts were then exposed, and he could punish that with the strength then of Keeper and Tangle and Huntresses. And of course, the Shadowhunter kills were just icing on top. That first vanilla surround against the trees, he had like a 500 millisecond window to make that work, and he perfectly used all 3 units there against the trees. Amazing. And he gets it again at the Creep Jack at the lab. This was a really impressive game for me to see from LawLiet, because the early game wasn't that good. It wasn't the crazy Keeper level 3 which just takes over and annihilates. It was LawLiet in a bit of trouble, but then making the perfect adjustments to once again take control of that game.
Yeah, and that's the difference between him and Moon at the moment, right? Moon was kind of stubbornly going for it, especially on like Equiles, and not making too many adjustments. Let's see if this continues this way, or will we have a tied-up series for the first time in forever, a one-on-one. I mentioned Equiles, and that's going to be our next map as well. We're loading into map number 2. LawLiet said he wants to 3-0. He wants the next interview in an hour. He's on a good way, but it's still a big hill to climb. Equiles, here we go. Okay, upper left, as the Red Orc once again, trailing in this series with 0-1. For LP Club, it's FoCuS. And one step closer to the championship. In the upper right, in yellow, it's LawLiet. And LawLiet playing the same build again, right? Engine of War at the Mercenary Camp.
Yeah, that worked out wonderfully earlier, as it didn't get scouted, didn't get punished. He had the fast level 3 with the telestaff. That just won him the game right away. But FoCuS saw that game, thought, that looked pretty strong. I'm going to try to counter that here with my own opening. He's going to skip grunts early, going to go for a Blade Master with a fast chop, and then with a speed scroll harass, could come over there to disrupt this. Of course, he needs to scout with a peon first to make it sure it's happening, and that's what he's doing. And this just seems like the perfect adjustment by FoCuS. He's taking a bit of a gamble here. He's hoping for the Ancient of War to be in this position exactly. If it's not, then this opening isn't exactly ideal, but it works out. And this is looking pretty good in the early stages here for FoCuS as far as opening goes.
Okay, but if LawLiet does this twice in a row, This should also mean that he's very confident that this works. Pretty much, like, even if he's harassed, right? That he has ways to work around it.
He has a plan how to deal with an orc if he's playing aggressively, if there's a scout peon. I don't know what that's looking like. It's going to be very interesting to see. Oh, trying to get the Shadow Priest steal, but LawLiet ensures he gets it. He stopped Wisp production for a little bit to make sure he gets the Shadow Priest. So it's going to cost him a little more lumber, but of course crucial to get. You can't allow to give that over. LawLiet does engage into the camp, goes for the Renegade right away. If the peon gets the last hit, this would be the play of a lifetime, but doesn't get it. But the Blade Master's coming in. Speed Scroll has worn off, but he's about to arrive.
And it was the key play in the semifinal for FoCuS, killing Engines of War. Will this happen again? He's dealing with the repair at the moment. Being entangled, of course, costs some time. Peon blocks the way to the trees. Wonderful play by FoCuS. So the Ancient can't eat a tree, can't regenerate, and there wasn't much repair left. So production building for LawLiet gone.
All right, good job by FoCuS. Takes out the Ancient of War. And was that perhaps a mistake by LawLiet to not have more wisps close by in case that might be a danger? Maybe. But it's not like this is the end of the world. There's still a Merc camp available, so LawLiet can go for a Berserker soon. And this Blade Master has very little experience. Actually, he gets 50 from the wisps here. A few more detonated. So LawLiet, his tech is going to be ultra late, but the expansion is on its way already.
It's coming. We'll see. Like, thing is, FoCuS now is far away from this expansion, so I doubt he can cancel that. He skipped grunts, he doesn't have the additional damage. He's also far away from the possibility of getting his staff, and LawLiet knows exactly where he is, plus the damage is limited without Circlet or Claw. I don't think he can cancel this now.
Yeah. I really don't think so either. Blade Master.
The keeper.
I don't even think LawLiet needs to respect this blade, does he? He's going to. He wants to make sure this expansion does come up. If his tech is so late, then I guess he wants to ensure that at least his expansion will be fast.
Yeah, FoCuS is seeing the progress on the tree. Like, no. That's too exhausting here. And again, the Moonwell at the Merc camp. I really like this new addition by LawLiet.
A player's forces
Circlet now. Wait. With the Circlet, is this damage enough now? No.
He's trying to steal last hits here. He's assuming that there might be the Murloc camp happening. He's too late for the big boy though, and that's Keeper level 3. Does have an Entangle. Could try to use it to save the Shadow Priest. It's a little late. The Shadow Priest will probably be going down. A bit more experience for the Blade. Getting closer to 2.
Okay, this Treant goes to the Blade as well. And then the question, of course, is Critical Strike or Mirror Image, finally. We have seen it from Fly, but Fly was absolutely destroyed by LawLiet. Grunts are in position to start creeping, waiting for their buddy Shadowhunter. Spirit Lodge, no Beastery. So far, so standard. LawLiet can't really afford an Ancient Protector right now. He has to rebuild Engines of War, get some Mercs, establish the expansion, fill it up with Wisps. Oh, speaking of which...
Oh my god.
Vanilla... not Vanilla Surround, but another Surround. Wisps not too tanky, though.
That was a 6 Surround to get, though. I mean, you can't find the kill. But that looks pretty swag. Blade Master has one more heal salve, though. And we'll be healing up. Shadowhunter starts creeping. But this expansion seems rather early. I'm seeing a lot of Hunts and Archers coming soon.
I don't, because there's still no second Engine of War. Now he plants it. That should be time for FoCuS to kill one of them again. And if he keeps the Engine of War number at 1, I think he always has the chance to win this game.
It takes a while until FoCuS can go into a fight, though. He needs at least 40 supply. And by then, Double Ancient of War will be finished. By then, Alchemist should be out. By then, we should have more army for LawLiet. Ideally, you want to have level 3 Shadowhunter as well. And that will also take some time.
Oh, LawLiet knows that the mercenary creep is close. He checks the north. He's okay. Everything empty here. Then what are you doing? Like, if he attacks now, he either backstabs him at the mercenary camp or he prevents the mercenary camp creep. Both of that is great.
And the Keeper finally finding the opponent. though. Is this Hex now? No, it's Serpent Wards, right. So
Yeah.
4.
That's level 2. So what's the second spell?
A player's
That would be
forces are under
super
attack.
greedy to go Hex and Serpent Swords.
Tier 2 is raged. This should be time for the Alchemist, and then creep 2 camps in the middle. Doesn't sound like a shabby idea.
Hunts are rallied in the main. Wonder if that's a mistake or if that's on purpose. Tree and Scout for the progress in the main. Adept upgrade coming, more grunts coming. FoCuS again. It feels like he's, in this series, always trying to catch up. While in the series against Moon, he was the one that putting Moon in a position to catch up. It's very, very different.
That's LawLiet always playing his advantage as well. Knowing his strength and playing it out the way he's supposed to. At the moment, he can't really find kills with the keep, but it can be annoying. He can slow down the creeping and ensure at the same time that his Alchemist is finding the levels. It's going to be level 2 here in no time. And climbing closer and closer to 50 supply. And upgrades also starting to roll in for LawLiet.
No sneaky sapper plays on this map possible, of course. No lap, no Zeppelin drops. He has to do it with the Orc forces alone. And that is a good mass of hunters. It's so fascinating how many different ways to play this matchup he has. Mass Archer, okay. Chimeras, okay. Mass Hunts, alright. He can play it all.
This could be a pretty strong push for FoCuS here, though. He now has almost 50 supply, level 3 Shadow, full mana, and the single heal scroll on the map. At the moment, we don't have that many units yet for LawLiet. He's got the Merc camp ready. He's going to have to reinforce there. He's going into upkeep. He realizes this push is scary and won't be easily able to hold that one.
Okay. This might be a key moment of the game. Yes, FoCuS is expanding behind this, but you really, really, really don't want to lose this Tree of Life if you're LawLiet. There is a lot of repair. The position is a little better for LawLiet. Can't be easily attacked here, the Wisp. Scroll protection goes to the Night Elf. And Tree can get repaired while LawLiet is doing damage.
Yeah, LawLiet is trying to pull these grunts out of the snake pit, but of course, FoCuS trying to prevent that. Here come the Wisps. Detonates weren't that amazing, to be honest, and some hunts are starting to fall despite the protection from the scroll. But the range-piercing damage from LawLiet is still pretty good, but we see the archers and berserkers mostly running away. Wants to make sure he's not standing too deep within the Serpent Wards.
That was pretty good indeed. A little tug of war, but once you reach the snake pit, things seem to be over. Uh-oh, Perch on the Berserker. That's an expensive loss. And there's a lot of sustain on the grunts for some reason. They're not melting like they did before.
And now it was FoCuS' turn to greatly play with his strength. 50 supply, this Orc army is really good at that stage. If you have the level 3 Shadow and good mana to make use of, plus that heal scroll, which he rebought. I think he used it before. And if now the expansion finishes for FoCuS, this is amazing. And it seems like there's no window here anymore for the Night of the Chancellor.
Plus, the Invo Potion is just now ready. The timings for FoCuS on this map are exceptional.
Oh, and he's going again. Okay. Level 4. Now he's got a really strong Shadow Hunter with level 2 Serpent Wards and level 2 Heal Wave. He wants to get some more kills.
LawLiet starts to creep in the north. He will be distracted. Does have a town portal, does have an invul. No attack upgrades on the grunts. I wonder if this damage is enough. It's definitely scary. And it forces a reaction right away. Did he get the Ogre Magi? Yeah, went of mana stealing.
And FoCuS is fine with that. Forces LawLiet back, away from creeping. Speed scroll easily gets out, and now the expansion is standing for FoCuS. This time, he's got lots of lumber as well, so he can be sure in that regard. Won't be lumber starved here for quite some time. Sitting at 50, waiting for the next scroll. 10 seconds for the next heal scroll. Loving FoCuS' position here, but he needs to make sure he isn't too late into upkeep.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of focus on the items. And I guess it's the right thing to do. Oh, Bestiary in the base. Plus upgrades. Love the defense upgrades. Against the tree, would have loved to see an attack upgrade earlier as well, but you can't afford everything. And if you steal the items away, then that is definitely the right call. I'm not the one arguing with FoCuS here. He has a burrow, but once again, no towers. Also no reinforced defenses. Seems like for the top orcs, this loses some value to have it early in the matchup.
And now we have him going into upkeep. LawLiet with the 70 push earlier against Lin. There we saw the orc not ready on Northern Isles, and LawLiet just steamrolled over him. For this mass attack, though, not only numbers are important, but also upgrades and scrolls. 2-1 upgrade is coming in for the archers very soon, but no scrolls. This is the big issue of Echo Isles. If you are not at the shop, at the one single shop, then you're gonna fall behind in these scrolls very quickly. When for the Blade Master, it's so easy to secure that positioning in those items.
Okay, you know the name of the game now? Dodge, Wisp, Detonates. But for the first time we have to question, where are they? Oh, right-hand side. Blade Master sees it though. He must be aware. He's not. Oh, the snake pit.
Gonna...
He prevented almost all of them. This snake pit, the snakes just killed them off, and one snipe was enough. This was one max, 2 detonates, and now there's mana for Lightning Shield.
FoCuS getting closer and closer in supply. Aggressive Purge is now coming out against these Huntresses. Shadow Meld, not quite enough to save these. Blade Master climbing closer and closer to level 4. Shadow Hunter 4.5 already. And this game is looking better and better for FoCuS.
This was absolutely genius to plant the Serpent Wards here. LawLiet was trying to pull the Wisps out of the mine and sent them through the little hole in the forest, but FoCuS just said no. Stop sign right there. But there's still a chance here. We do have Wind of Mana stealing. Don't underestimate the value of the Alchemist. More heal spray. Level 4 on the blade.
Does he have another healed scroll? Nope, not quite. Mana starting to run out on both sides, to be fair. Great detonate right there. But the grunts are just too many in numbers. 2 armor upgrades make them very burly. Alchemist in trouble. TP transfer. Invul potion it is, actually. There is no TP here anymore, which means the Keeper might be in trouble. Another Wisp for the perfect detonate. Oh, beautiful. But the Alchemist will still go down. Will it, though? The last bit of Moon Juice keeps him alive for a second, but only for a second. That is the kill, and the level 5 for the Shadow. If the Keeper falls, this game is certainly over. But LawLiet isn't giving up yet.
Feels very over to me, though. Still a lot of kills. He's going for the Shadow Hunter once again. Is there anything to save him? Yes, Invul Potion. And Blade Master again, bloodthirsty, trying to detonate once more. The heroes are endangered. The Archer with heavy lifting, but the Grunts killed them off. LawLiet survives, but what is even left?
Not much army and not much hope on this map. He's gonna get the Kodo as well. Okay, that's a big supply swing. Gets back a Huntress with this. But again on the way back, FoCuS got the items from the shop. This map and shop control, especially in this matchup when it's 2-base, 2-base, it's just so crucial. One of the big reasons why this is one of the best orc maps, and perhaps the reason why we saw LawLiet veto it earlier in the tournament. This time FoCuS is playing out all of his strengths on Echo.
It's really good. The fact that he gets pretty much every item here and is almost always there at the perfect time. He just knows this inside out. He has a 6th sense for these cooldowns by now. And he doesn't see the need to fortify his expansion. Should be a pretty strong sign of confidence.
Yeah, he's always controlling the map. He's always out in the middle and forcing these engagements. There's never him being pressured. He is the one pressuring his opponent. Forcing the fights where he wants them to happen.
And of course there's the heal scroll. And of course it goes to FoCuS. And this time he has a mana potion. He will not run out of mana. Can work against detonates. There is Wisps in the north. Can he defend them again? That was the big plus in the first fight. Don't let the Wisps connect. This time the battlefield is far more open though.
LawLiet somehow found himself with a bit of a supply lead again, but he's down in heal scrolls and down in levels, and I think that's more important. Oh, Blade Master is surrounded over here. Has the invul though. If he kills the tree, he fights his way out. He's got a lot of damage against the Tree of Life. Mass Wisp repair is not enough. Tree is taken out, but the detonates were insane. There's basically no more mana left on the Shaman. The Shadowhunter still has a mana potion to use. The Alchemist is back again from the main. He has one heal spray only though. He's low mana himself. Kodo Beast getting targeted. Losing that one would be a big deal, and it is lost. But still, plenty of units left for folk.
And it looks good. The grunts are still very healthy. The heal wave rattling through. He did burn through his mana potion though. So nothing to work anymore except one heal scroll. Fully committed for this one grunt. Doesn't seem like it. Last heal spray interrupted by the end snare. And FoCuS is moving forward with a huge supply lead. And it's also critical strike level 3. It seems like it's just a matter of time. And there we go. LawLiet taps out. It's the 1-1.
And it turns out that when the best Night Elf against Orc and the best Orc against Night Elf clash, we can have close games. And that's what's happening here. FoCuS is finding ways to fight back. Beautiful setup for the fight at the bottom with the snake pits. You know, he was playing a little bit of snake jazz, kind of baiting those wisps to come in, intercepted, and really negated a lot of the damage, or rather, a lot of the mana that could be drained with those wisps connecting onto those shamans super well. And that timing was really, really sick by FoCuS, where he hit at 50 supply with Shadowhunter level 3 against Alchemist level 2, and he's expanding at the same time. He's showing how to deal with this really tough style of Night Elf, and he's doing it really well.
This Ancient of War kill was such a big deal. I mean, there were still mercs coming in, but it slowed down the tech by LawLiet by so much. Imagine when the Keeper was level 3 going in aggressively. If he had an Alchemist there to assist him along with Huntresses, this would have looked way different. But because it was only level 3 Keeper and nothing else threatening, this Shadowhunter could progress very well to level 3, use that strength to counter expand, and with that FoCuS was able to get the win. But that works by far best on Echo Isles, and that map is now gone.
That map is now gone. There's hopefully 3 more. It feels really, really good that there's constant new challenges and answers between the two players who, of course, know each other inside out. What's coming up next? Will LawLiet take the lead again, or will FoCuS take the series to his side? We're going to be back in just a few moments. High noon here at DreamHack Asia. It's time. Who takes the lead? Who claims the first match point of the grand final? LawLiet got the 1-0. FoCuS strikes back. Now we go on to Twisted Meadows.
Yeah, and FoCuS, there is some good things that he learned from that last game as far as what's important, like hitting that timing with the Shadowhunter level 3, obviously was key. I like what he did where he waited to see what skills he was going to pick, and then he picked Serpent Wards level 2 and then healing Wave level 1 when he got level 3. But obviously, we talked about it, the shop is definitely set up a certain way on Echo Isle. Twisted Meadows is very different, and on Twisted Meadows, what's very important is figuring out where the opponent is early, and we've seen LawLiet loving to creep those expansion camps up first. So FoCuS needs to be on the lookout for that. It was the case against Moon, and it's going to have to be here yet again.
Okay, what better introduction can we get for map number 3? Moon Meadows, but Moon was pretty much slaughtered by FoCuS here. Can he continue that trend? Can he do it again? We load in to map number 3. Interesting starting positions, if you ask me. In the bottom left, the winner of Echo Isles, it's FoCuS. In the bottom right, for once not close to a Goblin Merchant, it's LawLiet.
What do you think he prefers nowadays? Like in the past, we always used to say, oh, Night Elf always wants to get to the Merc Camp. It's the easier creep. You get Merc Camp access, you get 2 nice items, and the Merchant is so hard to do. But LawLiet has been pulling off the Merchant super reliably without ever getting punished. Is he perhaps nowadays even preferring the Merchant? But
I wanted to ask you the same question. I think Mercs are really nice, but is he dependent on them? I don't think so. The items can be really good on both sides. We saw it from LawLiet versus Fly. This Sobi Mask in that map healed 1,000,000 mana and got him 1,000,000 entangles. Here, big mana, really cool. Scroll the Beast can be super overwhelming. It's a little dice roll, I think.
Is every single item he can find here good?
One of mana stealing is kind of meh-ish. For once, I'm a big fan of that item, but for once I gotta admit there's better ones.
Yeah.
Invul is obviously great, healing is obviously great.
If you find it early though, and you can get 1 to 2 more entangles, that can be a big swing. Use that against Blade Master's Windwalk, I guess that's not that impactful. But almost everything the Keeper finds here can be good to amazing. So I guess that's the big upside of this camp compared to the other. It's the big healing, which might be on the lower end, but can still be good. And Slippers and Blade Master. FoCuS has had some pretty good luck today. Will this hold?
If it's Vampire again, dude.
Or Skirt Bone Chimes. Robe. Okay.
It's a Windwalk, almost a Windwalk more on a big map. It's always nice to have. For the Shadowhunter, it's of course amazing. We've seen a Shadowhunter with 2 robes here. That was really, really good. Double Wisp movement by LawLiet, giving him options on the upper and southern side of the map. But he's moving to the right. Okay. No barracks. Okay, there's the barracks. Okay. No grunt though yet, right? Was he scouting? Okay, he's scouting.
Alright, the Blade Master comes in. It's really dangerous to try to steal the Berserker. Normally it's something you would love to do in many other matchups. But against the Keeper with Entangle, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you lose that right away, you're gonna come to regret your decision real soon. Oh, is he still gonna do it?
And one of my...
there's both available. LawLiet didn't go for the Shadow Priest early. And that does very much seem like a mistake.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, one of my favorite casters told me they give bonus experience and level 3 for the Keeper is very important. I learned that both from this caster, by the way, but FoCuS saves them both, and that can accelerate his creeping a lot and keeps him safe from the entangles. So, a little bit of a gamble, but paying off big time.
Yeah, this is a massive deal. And why did LawLiet not go for the Shadow Priest? Was he supply stuck, maybe? He shouldn't have been. This Moonwell was finished quite a while ago. And there should have been a Wisp at the marketplace, at the Merc camp as well. That just kind of seems like a mistake. But now again, it's kind of like on Concealed, where FoCuS gets off to a nice little move early, but now he needs to make sure he gets these forces back home safely.
Should be possible. LawLiet is waiting in the middle, has a tele staff as well. If he sees these trolls, he can staff into that direction and entangle them. And of course, mobility on a map like Twisted, absolute key. So Shadowhunter again. A little bit of a Sonic-esque harass with entangle and right clicks.
Oh, is he stuck?
Not yet. FoCuS' army is spread all over Twisted.
Yeah, he's trying to make the Blade Master chase him here into the last corner and then staff to his units and continue creeping. We've seen that quite a bit in the past. Effective. And that should now be level 3. Wait a minute. These Null Wardens are not using Purge. Ah, there we go. Because the Treants were just on move and on attack. FoCuS going for the next Merc camp, but this time a Berserker is stolen. There was a Wisp up here. Very good Wisp placement. This now tells LawLiet where his opponent is. As he's getting level 3 at perfectly the right time, he can go for an Alchemist as well. But very importantly, this time FoCuS has the Shadow Priest for this spell.
Okay. One of mana stealing here. My god, this is 9 intelligence, by the way. This is pretty damn good now for the SH, who will arrive here now. And FoCuS already built a Hex Trap for Moon, who fell right into it. Doesn't happen to LawLiet, though.
Alright, I'm liking this position so far for FoCuS. He gets the Mercs, he gets the Creeps. Hasn't lost anything yet, I believe. And there's no expansion yet for LawLiet, the most important deal. Normally, as Night Elf, if you don't expand early, you want to get up to a strong Huntress and Archer count quickly with upgrades, a few good levels, and then force a strong fight for yourself and then expand behind it. We see the expansion coming up now. Once again, this weird half position towards the right. A Peon, I think, was already on the way there scouting. And the fact that the Keeper is chasing for so long is kind of suspicious.
Yeah, I should tell him something. Also, if you look at the Blade Master's skill build, does this warm your heart a little bit?
Oh, I didn't see it yet.
It's
Mirror Image!
Yes!
Hell yeah. Love Mirror Image. Keep all the int on the Blade Master and spam Mirror Image. That's strategy.
This might work in some Diablo 3 builds, but probably not the best one here.
Dude, look at FoCuS items again, though.
The mirror image is about to expire. He's running into that bottom right position. It was nighttime. I don't think he saw this.
Oh, the staff, is it in time or is there a hex?
It's in time.
That was close. This Alchemist second hero creep out is sick, by the way. He goes for the Alchemist, then Merchant, and then Knolls, and the Merc camp right after. And that's level 3 right away, plus good items.
Okay, next fight here. Berserker goes to LawLiet in a perfect position. He's trying to get the Blade Master out with an entangle and the focus fire. Grunt's not part of this, but the range damage should be good. Sentinel reveals the Blade Master, so he can't just walk out and windwalk.
Gets level 3 and runs away. Blade without crit. How many Orc brothers out there is that hurting right now?
Gets back in here, kills almost another Huntress.
With the Windwalk, he can get it. With a Purge, he might be able to get 2.
Oh, one Berserker falls. The Shadow Priest about to fall as well. Almost a Slobber Knocker here in the middle of Twisted.
LawLiet out of mana now, doesn't have catch anymore. Can't find more kills. Blade Master did get 1 more. Shadowhunter still far away from level 3 though. That's the big problem here for FoCuS. Where does he go now for level 3? The safest and most logical camp, I guess, would be the lab. But that's pretty hard to take, and that would expose his expansion. And LawLiet is pushing forward, despite the fact that his mana is so low.
37 supply on both sides. Can he cancel this with full commitment? He's definitely losing the Berserker, which would have been a great addition to this siege. The Hunter's about to fall. I don't think LawLiet has the damage to do this. There is mana almost for Treants. He saves the Hunts for now, but this is good experience for FoCuS. Still a cancel.
He gets it, but man, that was so expensive. Hunters at least will get out. But I think FoCuS will gladly take that. He just sets it up right away again. Now he can safely creep his shadow to level 3. And please give over those end items, my friend.
Lightning shield creep. This might have gone to FoCuS. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he just crept an Ogre Warrior for him. Anyway, the expansion is finally done. Just needs to entangle. Alchemist is super tanky. And this expansion, now, LawLiet will, of course, like, should spend some time on the bottom right. There's the lab, there's the rat, and he wants to protect his expansion. That should be enough time for FoCuS.
Lots of great items from this camp as well now for FoCuS again. Only the flute and the belt, and I guess the rune bracers are bad. Rope again. 655 mana pool. Intelligence at Agitome +2, by the way. Just saying.
That is 22 Serpent Wards.
Look at that Shadowhunter.
He's very smart. He's very smart.
Yeah. Very well educated. Definitely didn't go to school in America.
Alright, what's next? How do you beat this? Second attack upgrade for LawLiet. Every single game of LawLiet versus other orcs looked almost like child's play. Not against FoCuS.
And FoCuS again, we see he's feeling strong with his level 3 shadow and this insane amount of mana. Again, looking for a fight. LawLiet creeping in the corner. No TP means getting back to the expansion might be hard. Peon Scouts, amazing by FoCuS, by the way. Not just this map, but just in the series. And the Sentinel tells him that FoCuS on his way to his expansion. LawLiet could just go for the counterattack if he wants.
There's a town portal and a staff. FoCuS is ready. Hard to engage into this tree thanks to this position far in the south. So, no reinforced defenses.
Players' forces are under attack.
And that could throw FoCuS back big time.
Oh, it finishes just barely in time. Not for the one burrow, really, but for the other ones at least.
I'll save every single peon as well. Tree at 500 HP. There should be enough time to just kill it at town portal home. It's a big win for FoCuS, isn't it?
Yeah. Beautiful positioning on the wisp so they can't get attacked back there. But that also means Lightning Shield's going to connect big. FoCuS going to get this kill. Then he can TP home. How much is the damage back at home? He lost a few burrows. I think 3 went down. That is certainly a big deal. But the Expo is standing now. Wisp ready for the detonate. Ready to go up against the Shaman. FoCuS retreats to the back of the base. Shadowhunter getting entangled, getting focused, getting almost surrounded. Shadowhunter gets back, barely.
Sick purge
LawLiet
to get out
needs
of
to
there.
have a great fight here.
Yeah, still more wisp to detonate. He's sneaking through the back of this base. But good focus fire. This one detonates here as well. Yeah, there is a shop. He could go for potions. All the gold can't be spent on units. He can spend it on items though. But LawLiet realizing this, focus on the shop immediately.
If FoCuS can force back this army though, he's going to have 2 base to make use of. LawLiet is really under pressure. He needs to either do insane damage here or win the game right now. Otherwise, this game might be looking very dire for him.
It's so many Serpent Wards. Focus fire on the Blade Master, almost impossible. There's no heal wave though. So, grunts are falling fast. And the Shadowhunter as well. That was the mistake. 655 mana, but 0 health.
Way too far forward. He definitely could have kept him in the back and could have kept him safe with Purge. Now the Blade Master as well. A little too low, but does go for the inward. With that, survives. Has the heal self running as well. Grunts getting slaughtered one after the next. Now the Hunt's looking towards the Shaman. They retreat in time, but there's more entangles. What's he going to use it on? Would love to kill off the Blade Master with this, but the Blade gets away. The expansion is standing. There's a tower there, but not too many peons for repair. LawLiet might be able to force this down in the meantime. The Night Elf is reestablishing expansion.
He's reviving the Shadowhunter from the altar. That will take forever. FoCuS had so much gold, he didn't rebuild the burrows at the expansion. I was pretty sure he would do that. This might be the knockout punch. Blade Master sees the expansion bottom left, has the staff ready, but he can't hold this expansion alone.
FoCuS was so close, man. It felt like this game was looking so good for him with the strong Shadowhunter. But then the counter-attack by LawLiet, so smart, and realizing with the Wisp there he could take another decent fight. Did FoCuS perhaps feel a little overconfident? If he did, I can't blame him. Expo dead. That happened rather quickly. 2-0 on these units. Getting healed up more and more. But now the Alchemist is completely out of mana.
But it was
No
also
more healing from him.
it was also another burrow. This supply sucks FoCuS for such a long time. He's also very low on resources. This tree in the bottom right, Blade Master's doing a great job in cutting down trees. But for how
That
much
exposes
longer?
the main again. FoCuS's main base now is without heroes to defend them. Blade Master's out on an excursion, and the Shadow is still dead.
Shield used against them. Has to use the lightning shield and then purges them. FoCuS falling apart. Blade Master is back, but he's a one-man army.
A lot of units going down. This is expensive now for FoCuS, but the Keeper is surrounded. Telestaff, however, with that he gets out. The Shadowhunter was almost in time for the Hex. He's just a split second too late. Beautiful heal scroll. The Stronghold is gone. We say goodbye with the TP. And goodbye to map 3, I imagine.
He sees it the same way. GG. Great game by LawLiet. Phew, FoCuS almost had this in the palm of his hand. But decision making, again, a game winner for LawLiet, who now has match points.
That was pretty crazy. I thought when he TP'd home, his Shadow was so strong. He had a 50 supply army. Wasn't he supposed to take a decent fight there? But then he was trying to retreat into the back of his base. He was getting blocked by Wisps, by Treants. Really well done by LawLiet. Super weird engagement. Acid Bomb on top. The damage raining down from the glaives and the arrows. And FoCuS, maybe he was feeling a little too sure in that game.
Yeah, it seemed like LawLiet handled, or like his crisis management was just a little bit better. Like he knew where to go at what time exactly, and as soon as you start those weird base trades and like, you know, trying to town portal at the perfect time and stuff, like the crisis management of players is going to be so important in knowing how to get everything perfectly right. And I think LawLiet was just a little bit better in that. And that Shadowhunter intelligence didn't take FoCuS too far after all.
Intelligence doesn't get you anything in this world, man.
Better to stay ignorant and find a bunch of strength items and then whatever.
Definitely easier that way. Yeah, I think the town portal kind of broke his neck. He was right next to the Wisp. They had an easy time to detonate. Took so much damage trying to retreat into the back of his base. Until then, I think everything looked really good for FoCuS.
But how smart also by LawLiet, he was waiting for that opening, right? He knew, okay, you're going to TP in at some point, and then you're going to be all clumped up. I'm going to have 4 Wisps waiting there right away, which means either you get mass detonated, or you have to retreat awkwardly into your base, where I can also punish you with your buildings blocking you. That was a masterclass by LawLiet. Very impressive. He takes match point, moving into map 3, Northern Isles.
I think one of the priorities for FoCuS should be just try to keep it an even game for as long as possible, because if he can get level 5 and 5, even if LawLiet's 5 and 5 as well, that should favor FoCuS more, in my opinion. It's really a big power spike for Orc to be able to get that with Serpent Wards level 3, and usually Critical Strike level 3 as well. So just hang in there, don't go for the slugfest, don't trade blow for blow, and try to do a little better. I know it sounds easy, but yeah.
I will say this the next time you play against Undead. But yeah, you're kind of...
Sounds like a permaban.
I think you're kind of right, though. The late game is where Orcs shine. Getting there is definitely the problem. It's easy to be overwhelmed by 70 Night Elf supply. Will that be the story of Game 4? And will we have a champion with a 3-1 for LawLiet? Or will we make this a full 5-mapper? The games were crazy. The games were a big back and forth. I really want Game 5. Let's go Northern Isles. The Icy Winds. Will they carry this man to one of his biggest solo achievements? In the yellow, it's LawLiet. In the upper right, the last hope for the Horde against the overwhelming Night Elf player. Already getting a little closer than in Anaheim, but still facing match points for his opponent. It's FoCuS. How good is FoCuS mentally? Can he just brush this off? Knowing that he's facing, I think now, without a doubt, the best Night Elf versus Orc player, facing match points.
I would love to see him persevere here, come back strong, bring us to map 5, and perhaps take the victory. But in the past, this didn't used to be FoCuS' strong suit. Everyone knows FoCuS is really strong. He has those amazing days. He is one of the best orcs in the world. But in the biggest matches, in the biggest tournaments, in our WGLs and WCGs, whatever they're called, at some point, FoCuS, I don't know if we can say crumble, but doesn't play his strongest. If now here he should do so and show his fortitude, that would be a great statement for him. It would make for a great final. I would love to see map 5.
Yeah, both
LawLiet
players
earlier. He started off with an Ancient of War tonight. That was really painful against Lin.
Yeah.
And I really like Lin's opening on this map. He didn't go for creeping. He went for Blade Master aggression right away. And with that, he can slow down the Keeper immensely, which was the case back then. But what we see here is Keeper takes the first camp with the Ancient of War at the safe, and then goes right over to the gold mine. And is going to get the first one for level 2 easily. But it seems like the Blade Master might be in time for the rest of the game.
It's still level 2. It's still Entangle unlocked. Or is it? That would be the biggest steal possible. But he's a tiny bit too late. Ring of Regen. Very helpful to save Moonjuice. But one kill should be going to the Blade Master. FoCuS is exceptional at that. Oh, did he get it?
Did he not get it? No, he did. He just went for the one creep right in the north, and then he got that one.
Yeah.
Gets the Archer. Really wanted that with the speed scroll. But the expansion is freed up now, and that means LawLiet can at any point expand there while he's putting up pressure elsewhere on the map. But you can do that best with a level 3 Keeper, and that is still far away.
Alright. Again, Huntress. Again, a tier 2 tech. Is this a player-specific thing, you think? That he plays Hunts against FoCuS and Archers against everyone else? Or did he play so many Archers that he just wants to go for something new that FoCuS hasn't seen 8 times?
I think also on this map it makes a lot of sense. If you don't have Hunts early, if you go for this creep route here where you don't get the Tuskars, it's very hard to creep up to 3. But with Hunts, it's a lot easier. And that level 3 is just ever so important. Is he gonna get the Grunt here?
Yep.
Costs him 2 Entangles, but we'll get the last hit. Getting off a Deny would be great, but not gonna happen.
It's a
Keeper
quick
now
little
2.5.
birdie there. And an expansion. Blade Master's on the other side of the map. This won't be easy to cancel. Blade Master's still level 1. Not the greatest inventory, but Sentry Wards help a ton. And he took experience off of LawLiet's side of the map. But this is an Ancient Protector distraction upper left. While building the expansion. I love that from LawLiet.
Yeah, this is one of the very smart plays that the Night Elves have come up with. Put on some pressure with the AP. It's not a very big commitment, honestly, and it can cost the Orcs so much time. Time that you as the Night Elf yourself can use very efficiently to get up the Expo. So there's a threat with the AP, there's a threat with the Keeper closing in on level 3, and there's also the threat of the expansion coming up. And how do you deal with all of these at the same time as FoCuS?
Entangle. Oh, this last hit would have been so big, but doesn't get it. Another creep, another item for LawLiet, who seems to be in control. But the 2 Grunts find it. It's again a double Grunt scout. Just like on Echo Isles against Moon.
And again, it was a little bit late, by the way. Ideally, a Peon should have seen this way earlier. Also, the Grunts walked past it and waited for like 5 to 10 seconds, not attacking. And that is these 5 to 10 seconds that can make or break an early game. And now with the AP here rooting in place, this is going to be very annoying to remove.
FoCuS was able to hold against Moon. Is he able to hold against LawLiet? We don't see a Demolisher yet. This time he doesn't have a War Mill. The Shadow Hunter is out though. Looks like full focus on the Keeper. Trying to force a TP early, but there's also good damage on the Shadow. Hex used on a Huntress. Keeper is safe.
100 will certainly be going down, and I guess the idea here is Take out the Hunts first, and then this AP should be easy to deal with. Late Master gets level 2. And the Keeper being out of mana seemed like FoCuS should get out of this, but again, it's taking some time. That is time for the expansion.
Which is done, which is entangling. And this AP really doesn't cost that much. Prevents the mass Hunts, mass archers for a little bit. But that's totally fine. How to deal with this now? When to deal with this? What's the response? Attack? No attack? Expand? No expand? Tough game for FoCuS already.
Yeah, the headache that just one AP can cause. And how much space it creates is really amazing. This is why normally you always want to scout for it, but you know, when there's so many things happening in the game, it's almost impossible to get it all right. But that is where the greatest shine. And I mean, he clears it now. FoCuS is by no means in a bad position necessarily, but the expansion is now mining. The Alchemist in the middle is creeping. Keeper getting closer to 3. Found an Ankh, which isn't the most amazing, but I guess it keeps him safe.
Yeah, this matchup has been a lot about hero focus, even though LawLiet is doing his best to prevent that with Sentinels all the time. He's rarely forgetting about them. Whenever he starts a creep spot, there's an owl protecting him. And that keeps him safe, of course. In the fights, when mana is getting low, hero focus is certainly an option. So an Ankh is never bad.
Shadow finally level 2. But ideally, he wants to get to level 3 quickly. And then we saw the strategy work a few times for FoCuS. Get level 3 fast, push with that strength, with that at 50 supply, and expand behind it. And then ride it out in 2-base, 2-base. Worked very well on Echo Isles. Almost worked on Twisted. But this time the level 3 for the Shadow seems much more delayed.
Yeah, there's almost no progress yet. Big healing potion, also not ideal. The Alchemist level 3 seems inevitable. And LawLiet is just mining and mining and mining all the time. He might be losing an archer here and there, but it's not even that important. Take a look. Experience lead for LawLiet. Echo lead for LawLiet. Already the 2-0 in the works.
What does Shadowhunter get? Periapt. This time, not the perfect drop. With the mirror image, it could be okay, but it seems like FoCuS had enough of mirror image. Didn't use it much on Twisted there either, I believe. But here we go. Level 3 acquired. And that is a big power spike being hit for FoCuS.
But we talked about shop control on Echo Isles. Here in Northern Isles also only one shop. One heal scroll goes to FoCuS. There's no invul yet. Is there a claw or something? A claw plus 9, it's very expensive. So FoCuS is going for the attack, but what a nice protection. Moonwell here, AP behind, not much surface area on this tree, and Wisp of course available in the mine.
Coming over with the TP. Alchemist is not quite level 3, he's close, but not there yet. Moonwell getting mass repaired, nice save, holds on to it. And there's no counter expo yet. FoCuS only starts it now.
Kind of short on resources after buying that scroll. He didn't kill the Moonwell, didn't keep him supplies like that. That would have kept him at 60 almost. But okay, he's switching gears again. Not brute forcing the expansion, try to limit production. That might be the right call. It was the right call against Moon, but against 15 or whatever this is Wisp, does it even matter?
What the hell is this? Looks like the campaign mission. Yeah. But they don't detonate just yet. They keep the Ancient of War safe to make sure that there's not enough production. Grunts kind of running in on A-Click. You could have tried to save these.
Detonate. He burns it all again. They're good splits, but there's still 2-3 Wisps. And there's so much damage now on FoCuS's units.
And the Grunts are just dying. Yeah. He's not pulling them back with low HP. It's just 4 dying in the front line and not being microed back.
And look at this Archer Concave. They are untouched like a virgin. Unbelievable hold from LawLiet. Big investment, obviously. Pulling so many with blocking a lot of surface area. But makes it look so easy as well. That's a hold for sure.
And now, can he swing back across the map? Can he kill these towers and cancel his expo? There was no reinforced defenses. Despite there being so much lumber, and that upgrades cost barely any gold. That is certainly questionable here by FoCuS. And so many archers now making their way north. This Great Hall still takes a while. This should be a cancel.
There's only one tower. No reinforced defenses. There should be treants. Is this the end? Is this the last push for LawLiet to the championship? FoCuS is stemming against defeat. He has the items again, but the expo has to be cancelled. Hero FoCuS. Name of the game again. But he's so tanky. He has an Ankh. This damage is wasted.
Faster with the invul holds on. We have a heal spray here once again. Once more, the wisps come in. There is no detonates yet, but soon there will be. FoCuS realized there's the Ankh. Doesn't go for the Alchemist anymore. We had a few detonates in there. The tower is finished. The hunters are getting taken out, but once again, the archers in the back seemingly looking strong. TP out on the Alchemist, on the Keeper. Certainly doesn't want to lose that one. But LawLiet got what he came for. He cancelled the expansion and is now stabilizing once again on his 2-base economy.
Getting closer and closer to the championship. One hand on the trophy. Two hands on the trophy! LawLiet wins DreamHack Asia!